Hey guys, so currently installing the skid plate from Talon's. So again, if you haven't seen my earlier videos, this is the factory catalytic converter shield, and as I mentioned before, I don't think the TRD skid plates will work with this without there's like this little hook. I don't think you can install it without nailing down that hook or punching that down. So I got this one. It's black. It blends in a little bit better for me. So I picked it up online, and then I live nearby their shop, so I just picked it up. But it comes in two pieces. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is the front, and then the second piece is in the back. The instructions were a little confusing at first, but you know, just kind of read them thoroughly, and then they all kind of make sense. But you will take the 1/2-inch bolt from the factory off, one here, one there, and you will use this. I think it's M8. I didn't have a hex socket, so I just used a I think this is a Torx, T30 Torx. Yeah, T30. It works. Put that in there. This back part of the skid plate lays underneath the shield. It's just a washer and the bolt, washer and bolt. And then in the middle, same thing, washer and bolt. The front lays underneath the rear part of the skid plate. And then same thing in the front, it's just nut and washer. And then they give you 2 aluminum spacers here. You might misread this in the instructions, but just kind of be aware of it. There's 2, and I believe this is how they do it. Yeah, so I'll tighten these all up, and then it comes with like a cap here for to access your oil filter if you ever need to change your own oil. Same thing back here. This is where the I don't know if you guys see that, the drain bolt is for the oil pan. But I think it'll work out nicely, so real happy with the purchase. Yeah, it works. Again, if you guys are into the flashy look, the TRD one has the gray one. They do sound in aluminum, but again, I wanted something a little blend in, so this worked out nicely. And you can see here, it's fully covered. So this is the air dam radiator. It's all covered. This will be covered. Here's their logo. So, you know, I do a lot of sand, beach riding, so sand might get in here, so I might tape this up just to have some coverage, but it's not a big deal. Same thing here. There's a small hole here for the oil, but otherwise, you know, all the core engine components, transmission, that hybrid motor is all now covered up. Give a little bit of protection. It is heavy, so I did this by myself, but it would be easier if you had a second person just kind of hold these plates up, because they are heavy while you put these in. And then just a word of advice to thread these by hand. I know a lot of guys use impact guns and stuff like that, but you don't want to cross thread these, so just go by hand and then use a socket the old-fashioned way. But otherwise, the only thing that's showing now is the transmission pan, oil pan. Again, I don't go rock crawling, so I'm not too concerned about that. You know, I will say I want to try to keep that transmission fluid cool, so I'm okay with it being exposed for now. But otherwise, I'm happy with the purchase. Cool. Thanks, everybody.